Money, in its material form, holds limited true power. It is a tool, a means of exchange, but not the source of genuine value. True power resides in the spirit of humanity, in our collective pursuit of truth, justice, and heroic accomplishment. These ideals transcend the allure of wealth, reminding us that a life driven solely by financial gain is a life half-lived. We must recognize the limitations of a system that prioritizes profit over people. The relentless pursuit of wealth often comes at the expense of our shared humanity, eroding the very fabric of our communities. It fosters a culture of individualism and competition, where empathy and solidarity are sacrificed on the altar of personal gain. This is not the path to a just and equitable society. We must shift our focus from material accumulation to the pursuit of higher ideals. It is through this collective awakening that we can begin to dismantle the structures that perpetuate societal degeneration and injustice. Across the nation, a silent majority observes, disheartened by the erosion of our societal values. They witness the widening chasm between the wealthy elite and the struggling working class. They see the decay of our communities ravaged by poverty, addiction, and despair. This silent majority, though diverse in background and belief, is united by a shared yearning for a better tomorrow. They crave a society that values human dignity over corporate greed, a society that prioritizes the common good over individual gain of the few. This yearning must now transform into action. The time for silence is over. The silent majority must find its voice, uniting under a common banner of change. Through responsibility, organization, and collective action, we can challenge the status quo and demand a more just and prosperous society. Our current economic system, driven by relentless globalization and the pursuit of profit, has shackled many in a cycle of debt and exploitation. International loan capital, often touted as a tool for development, frequently morphs into a weapon of economic subjugation. Nations, communities, and even individuals find themselves ensnared in a web of debt, their economic sovereignty compromised, their resources plundered. This is not a sustainable model for global prosperity. It is a recipe for resentment, instability, and conflict. Too often, the resentment aimed at the wrong targets. We must challenge the dominance of international finance and forge a new path, one based on principles of fairness, sustainability, and shared prosperity. The creative spirit of the working class, the backbone of any society, is stifled by economic exploitation from parasitic elements at both ends of the class spectrum. When workers are taxed into poverty, denied fair wages, when their labor is devalued, the entire social fabric weakens. We must safeguard the dignity of the working class, ensuring that those who contribute to our collective well-being are justly rewarded for their efforts. The path forward is clear. We must reject the siren song of unfettered individualism and embrace the principles of a third position, beyond left or right, a system that prioritizes the common good, that recognizes our interconnectedness, and that strives for economic justice. A safety net for those truly in need, and limitation of exploitation for the wealthy elite. This is not a radical notion, it is a moral imperative. We must reclaim the narrative from those who seek to corrupt our values and exploit us. We must see through the illusion of wealth and recognize that true power resides in our collective spirit, in our unwavering commitment to truth, justice, duty, and compassion. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. Let us rise up together and build a future worthy of our children and grandchildren, a future where all can thrive, where human dignity is paramount, and where the principles of justice and accountability reign supreme.